Welcome to Worldwide Women, the podcast that celebrates the voices and stories of extraordinary feminist leaders from around the globe. I'm your co-host, Sydney Proudlock, and today we're traveling to Latin America to shed light on a pressing question. What is the status of reproductive rights in this region? This question isn't just important, it's fundamental. At the Worldwide Women podcast, we argue that reproductive rights are essential human rights for everyone. And prominent Latin American feminists Susana Chavez Alvarado, Juanita Jimenez, Yamaleth Mejia, and Lara Amora dos Santos have dedicated their lives to fighting for reproductive justice in Latin America. Today, we'll also explore how legislation in Latin America mirrors the recent developments in the United States. But what makes all topics even more compelling are inspiring true stories. In this episode, we'll dive into the interviews of 4 remarkable women who have dedicated their lives to activism. These interviews are sourced from the Global Feminisms Project, which began as an initiative to create an archive of oral histories from women activists. It is headquartered at the University of Michigan's Research on Women and Gender. Their transcripts were translated and analyzed for themes concerning human rights, intersectionality, and androcentrism. Coming up, co-host Lee Gleepson will introduce us to Susana Chavez Alvarado, a trailblazing activist and obstetrician from Peru who outwardly advocated for abortion rights. Later on, Nina will also share the story of Juanita Jimenez, a lawyer who faced political backlash for her protests of Nicaragua's abortion laws. Then, I'll be back to discuss the work of Yamaleth Mejia, a human rights activist specializing in domestic and gender-based violence. And finally, Ruchi will close our podcast with the story of a community leader in Brazil, Lara Amora dos Santos. Join us in this episode of Worldwide Women as we explore the work of Latin American women who are fighting for the essential human right of reproductive justice.